Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain what it means when people say normally open and normally closed. This is particularly relevant with switches, limit switches, relays. In this video, I'm going to go through each type of device and show you what it means when it's normally open, normally closed. Over here, I have my multimeter. I've set it for continuity. The purpose of this is to see if there is a low impedance path between the leads. For example, here are the two leads which are connected to my meter, and as I measure across the shaft of the screwdriver, you can hear and see my meter operating. You can hear that buzzer is telling me it's a short circuit, and if you have a look at the ohms, it's less than 2 ohms, very low resistance. So this is considered a short circuit. Now over here I have what is called a push button switch. As I depress it, you can see it bounces back up. I've got another one over here. As I depress it, it bounces back up. These come in all shapes and sizes. Now I've connected my one lead to the one terminal and my other lead to the other terminal. Watch what happens when I depress the button. It's closing the circuit. You can hear the buzzer of the meter making that sound. Open circuit, closed, open. Do you notice that when I've released the button, and when the switch is at rest, it is an open circuit. When I push it, it is now a closed circuit. Over here, I have a little diagram. There are two contacts there and then a platform. When I depress the platform down, this platform shorts out those terminals and current can flow, and then we hear that sound on my buzzer, on my meter. This is called a normally open switch. As you can see, under normal conditions, there is no buzzing. The circuit is open circuit. When I push it, I am now closing the circuit. So this is a normally open switch. I now have another switch. Immediately when I've connected the leads, you can hear the buzzer on the meter signifying a short circuit. When I depress the push button, you can hear the meter stops making that sound and the display shows open circuit. As I release the push button, it is now a closed circuit. So this is a normally closed switch. Under normal conditions, the circuit is closed. Right, I'm now going to explain how this works on a limit switch. Also note there's an additional terminal present here. Over here I have a limit switch. On the front you can see it says common NO-NC. NC stands for normally closed and this is normally open. So we can see that I have 3 terminals here, 1 input and 2 outputs. So if I connect my meter to the 1 input and I connect my crocodile lead to the normally open, notice that the meter will only make the sound when I close the switch. How do you close a limit switch? I just depress that. Right, you should be able to hear the meter in the background. When I move this to the other side, it's closed already because it's normally closed. It'll open only when I depress the lever. It changes state while I'm depressing the lever, but when I release my pressure, it changes state again. That is why it is a momentary switch. And that is why the labels of normally open and normally closed are shown on the body here. Right, so here I have a relay and there's a normally open and normally closed connection. There's the common, the one in the middle. It's not always like that for all relays, but I know it's the common because this piece moves. If you look at this copper conductor that is in the middle, sandwiched between these two sides, that is the one that is moving left and right. It's either going to mate with that conductor or it's going to mate with that conductor. I've connected the red lead to the middle conductor and at the back my black lead is on this conductor. You should be able to hear the meter making that buzzing sound telling me it's a short circuit. If I follow the current, look, it'll go there, there, touching there and out through the black crocodile lead, therefore short circuit. Now I've moved the black crocodile lead to this one, but it won't make that sound because it's an open circuit at the moment. Look at the red lead goes there, the current would go there, but it cannot jump across. You can see that it's actually open. Between those two pads there, it's open. So what that means is only when this conductor jumps to that side will it close the circuit. So I need to apply 12 volts to this coil in order to operate the relay. Right, I now have 12 volts waiting to be applied to the relay and watch what happens when I apply it. So at the moment the black is connected to the normally open contact. You can see that the circuit is an open circuit. Only when the relay engages does it become closed. Normally open because nothing's applied to the relay. Closed. If I swap this around, it's now on the normally closed side, but when I engage the relay, watch what happens. It opens. Normally closed, open. Now this type of switch is called a latching switch because as I depress the switch, it stays in that position. And if I depress it the other way, it stays in that position. These are not momentary switches because they latch. This, on the other hand, is your momentary switch with the normally closed and normally open connections. Thanks for watching and cheers.